Have fun with your job.
I do, and messing with children is kind of like a good priority for me.
You had our class, you had it, man, that was sad.
I know, it is pretty sad. Solving logarithmic equations. Basically what you want to have is the same log base again. The idea here is that you want to get, if you're able to get log base b of x equaling log base b of y, if you have the same log bases, they undo one another. What happens here is that the reason that I can do that is this. Remember the log property. If I do b to the log base b of x, what does that equal? That equals x. So if I do this to one side, if I put it over here, what do I get? Y. So what happens here is a lot of times is that we use this thing called exponentiating without showing it. So if you get the same log bases on both sides of an equation, just solve for what's in the parentheses. You set them equal to each other. For example,
Are we going to turn in yesterday's homework?
we'll do it together with tonight's. For example, if I have log base 3 of 5x minus 1, it equals log base 3 of x plus 7. Do those have the same log bases? Yes. So technically, if I show long form, if I do this, what happens to the junk in the parentheses? It drops. And you get 5x minus 1 is x plus 7. And you get x equals 2. Once again, if you go to double check that, go back to the original. What's 5 times 2? 10 minus 1. Log base 3 of 9, does that equal log base 3 of 9?
Maybe.
Hallelujah.
Have some more fun.
Yeah, they both equal 2. Okay? That's what you're looking at. But wait, there's more. Log base 2 of x plus 2 equals log base 2 of x squared.
How was your birthday? Your son's birthday?
It was good. He decided last minute that he wanted to go to Hobnobbers instead of Taxco. So we went there and he had chicken fingers and ice cream. It was great. We did some math on the chalkboard. It was good times.
Did you get him a nice gift?
Yes, he got a new baseball bat for Little League this summer and a giant super soaker. And shh, don't tell them. We're taking them both to Legoland this weekend.
Yay!
So if you see my children the next few days, don't tell them. I'm going to hide my children from all of you. So here, when you move this around, you're going to get x plus 2 is x squared. Which means you have to factor.
X plus 2 times x minus 1.
What times what is negative 2 you add together to get negative 1?
X squared 2.
2 and 1.
Watch them. I'm gonna see the kids like a couple days, some days, like, this is the first one I've ever seen them, and I can't tell you.
I'm going to avoid anywhere. I think Connor and I throw errands today too, so you see me out. Run the other way.
Run errands, or you have to run errands, you got to
Take them away. Can't leave them home alone. So then, here's what happens. Whenever you have values, especially with 2 of them, you always want to double check your answers. It only takes a second, okay? Always double check because remember, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. You could get extraneous solutions, you could get no solutions and things like that. What's 2 plus 2? 4. So you have log base 2 of 4. Does that equal log base 2 of 4? Yes. What's negative 1 plus 2? 1. Is log base 2 of 1 equal log base 2 of 1? Yes, they both work, okay? Always take a second, double check your answers. It is a SMRT thing to do. Too easy. So, sometimes you don't have the same base.
This is what I was reading.
What's that?
I was waiting for you, for something where we had to figure out.
But you're gonna see real quick, it's very fast. Yeah. So in this case here, what happens is that you want to be able to get the same base, because remember, if you have something that has the same base, if you get two values that have the same base, their exponents become equal. So what you want to do is create to be able to undo things, okay? So how do you undo a log base 5? You exponentiate it. So if you exponentiate one side, you have to exponentiate the, so you get 5.
Did you find out if exponentiate was a real word or not?
It is. We looked it up. Yeah. So what happens is 5 to the log base 5 of jump, what are you left with? 3x plus 1 equals 5 squared, otherwise known as? Exponentiating is a word, it was in the book. I always forgot that it was there. I just thought it felt smart. And you get a two-step equation then. So we have 3x equals 24. You get an 8.
Wait a second. I'm sorry. How did you do the log base thing to make it the same base?
Remember,
They put it up in
what we did when we do this from before, since these two bases are the same,
It's just the exponent.
the exponent, the x comes down. So if I have 5 to the log base, oops, whatever's in the parentheses just comes down.
So then what about on the other side? Are you
What?
just log base on the other side?
I'm not log basing 5 it, I'm
You're exponentiating.
base 5 in it.
So then.
So then I'd put this would equal 5 to, so whatever you do on one side, since this 5 became a, excuse me, this 5 here became a base to the log, this becomes a base to the 2. Right? Yeah.
So then technically you just make, so then you make that the exponent, you don't make the new thing the exponent, you make that the base.
Yep.
Okay, because then I was thinking, wouldn't it be 2 to the 5th side?
Yeah, that's right.
If I take the 2 and I put it in like the long 5, and I did 2 more, but I did that.
If you want, it's fine. Just takes long.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not technically right, because it's not a log base. Because if you do log base 5 with 2, you get 2.
No, like, I'll put like, I'll move it into like numbers, like, I'll change it to that.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's cool. So then you go back and check it real quick. What's 3 times 8?
24.
24 plus 1? 25. Log base 5
That
and
was
25.
pretty good. That was pretty good.
Did you guys actually hit each other?
Yeah. Did you hear that? Did you not
I
hear
heard it.
That was good.
Wow, you guys are getting better.
And we're both.
So when you hit log base 5 of 25, what do you get? Well, 25 is log base, as base 5 is 5 squared, isn't it? So log base 5 of 25 is 2. And that's what you're doing. It works.
Why is log base 5 like that? Oh, because then it's just 5 squared.
Excuse me. Dry. Log base 2 of x equals negative 1.
So x equals 1/2.
X equals 1/2. Was it 1/2 or? What's 2 to the negative 1? 1/2. I'm just asking, jeez.
I was thinking, I was sure it was.
And again, 1/2 is 2 to the negative 1, so that's why it works. Exponentiating. Fun. All right.
Oh, wait, did this.
So now you have log of 5x plus log of x minus 1 equals 2. In scenarios like this, and this is where you're going to start seeing the more complex problems, you cannot exponentiate, you can't log, you can't do anything until you have a singular, has it written as a singular log or a natural log or an e or anything like that. So what was the property that dealt with addition of logs? Multiply. So what you have to do here is you have to rewrite the problem as a singular log. Log base of log of 5x times x minus 1. Okay. Distribute. And then, how do you undo the log? Exponentiate it. What's the base? 10. So you have 5x squared minus 5x. Well, what's 10 squared? And you're back at a factoring problem. What's that? Get what? So now, what's your first rule? GCF. What's your GCF? 5. Does that 5 have anything to do with the problem now? What times what's negative 20? You add together to get negative 1. Zero's at. But I have to go back to my original problem to check to see if they both work. We go back. Well, first of all, can you take a log of a negative number? No. Can't do that. I can't take a log of a negative number. So right away, if you've got to take a logarithm of a negative, it's not going to work. Plus, if you press a button on the calculator, you hit log of negative 20, it's going to say, ah! It does. Did you know your calculator says that? Ah! He's no humor. Is it too early for humor?
Yeah.
Nobody asked you.
2 o'clock.
You asked a question.
So then you have,
direct it at one person.
so you have log of, what is that, 25 plus the log of 4. Well, log of 25, log of 4 equals the log of 100. What's the log of 100? 2. You're using properties going back and forth. You all right, Feetmar?
Oh, yeah.
You were staring like you really didn't see what I did there.
No.
Oh,
Just,
staring, just because you're staring.
yeah.
Always, always, always double check work. Okay? Always double check work. Yeah, but we've already done most of them. What do you more of these?
It's okay, no one can. You're something. Yes. I just.
Oh my god.
So you have the log of x plus 2 plus the log of x minus 3.
What's that? Is that x plus 29?
X plus 29, yeah. So first thing you have to do is the stuff on the left. You need to rewrite that as a singular log. So when you rewrite that as a singular log, excuse me, what do you get? You get what, x squared minus x minus 6
Yeah.
equals log of x plus 9. How do you undo the log? Exponentiate it, so you get 10 it. And all I did was move the x plus 29 over. You okay with that? We did one step. I hope. So what times what's negative 35? You add together to get negative 2. Then we go back to the original. Will my negative 5 work? Doesn't work for all of them. I can use negative 5 for the x plus 29. So remember, sometimes the negative might work, sometimes it might not. In this case, we know it's not gonna happen. So then we have, what's it, 9 times 6, what? No. 9 times 6 is 54, right? No, 9 times 4, 36. Hi, good morning. Hi, everybody. Good to see you. And then 7 plus 29 is also 36. Yay, math! It's good when you can actually do stuff in your brain when the brain works. You read that okay with the bad lines in it?
Don't care.
Don't care. Hey, Jay Cutler.
Why do you look at me like that?
You tell you.
You can tell me.
I
I'm gonna
can't.
get mad.
Get mad.
I agree. I'll be angry for the rest of the day. Take a year.
Didn't want to mess around. I get it.
I was sick.
What did you say?
That, I got that far.
You got that far?
I used the log of
I
two
got
on
the
both
sick
sides,
and
right?
And you to it.
Whoa.
Okay, I guess I did this wrong in all the homework, because I thought that you had to do log of 2 to get rid of the log, and then it's like log of 2 and 3 the other side.
Yeah, it's 2 to the log base 2. That's how all this stuff falls, yeah. So then you get x squared minus 2x equals 8x minus 24.
Did not do that right.
What
Cross multiply, fraction equal fraction. What times what is 24? You add together to
Wait.
get negative 10. There you go.
What did you do with the x minus 3 after?
Multiplied it to the other side.
I did fraction equal fraction.
Wait, can you go back? A little bit more. Maybe a lot more. I don't know.
How come you put it in a fraction?
What do you mean? Where at?
The x times x minus 2 over x minus 3. Because it's subtraction. So,
What does subtraction mean when you're condensing logs? Division. Okay. It's a nasty little problem, isn't it?
yeah.
I thought you could get rid of the log.
Anytime you undo a log, you exponentiate.
Yeah, I know, but like, you just have to do the base, you don't have to do like.
Right. All you're doing is,
I thought that I did that.
because remember the property is log base b of x. If you b it, it's going to equal x. That's the property.
It's like add,
What did you?
different,
What's that?
it's like add, addition, and subtraction, but different words.
A lot different.
You were down a little bit now.
And then you have 6 and 4 to double check. They're both positive, so that's a good sign. I don't know if they both work though. Let's see.
Wait, no, I'm
If it's 6, you have 6 times 4 over 3, which is 8. And that equaled 8. That's good. And then if it's 4,
Oh, that's if there wasn't already one.
which equals 8, which is also good. And if it's base 2, if they both equal 8, 8 as base 2 is 2 to the third. Woohoo! They both work.
Can we just work on it tomorrow and like not have a full year?
What, today? No. It's silly.
I just laughed at him. I've seen this Murphy.
Would make each other
Be nice if they give us like 10. Or just 2.
You know what? I'll save that one. I'll save that one for tomorrow. Let's do these.
Because somebody would kill me. Like, kill me. He would miss me too.
Next page over is do the log equations.
All of them?
Yeah,
That's a death threat. What is it?
it's just the next page over.
So that's.
8497. Does that sound right?
No, it's 506.
It's 506. I was this close.
You were 11 pages off.
Look at some.
Or 9.
Yeah.
Hey, what changes with natural log? What do you do it? What do you do? No, you E it. Just E it. What?
You know that guy that does the videos?
Oh, it's even.
Just
Just E it. Here, real quick, I'll show you. Natural log stands for log base E. You condense like you would normally. B2 or something. So that's natural log of x squared plus 3x equals 1. You E it. All right, what is E? Some crummy decimal, isn't it?
2 point.
So if I move it over,
People.
You can't.
That's it.
So it?
What multiplies to E? Or what multiplies to E?
Not the quadratic formula.
No.
No. No, that's okay.
You're making some cry.
I'm gonna die.
That's
it
okay.
comes back.
I will die.
We're all.
Well, wait, how do you
Comes
find
back.
that underneath?
You use the quadratic formula. You'll have to get a decimal equivalent.
You start writing it, we're like, no.
Wait,
I know, everyone's like, as soon as I go negative b, you're like, no!
Do you keep it with, okay, but do you want it in like that form or like decimal?
No, you get a decimal now.
You want us to get a decimal?
Most of these, if they don't come out, it's like, a lot of these you're gonna get decimals, and that's fine. When you use decimals on this stuff, make sure you go to the 100th, 2 decimal places, please, and thank you.
I want real numbers.
And then you go from there.
How do you put
There-
the plus minus on the calculator?
You can't, you have to do them one at a time, remember? I know, sorry. I hate to burst the bubble. You're like, oh yeah, you're right. Silly Murphy it is
I wonder
memory.
if somebody in tricks in his calculator. Have plus minus.
Yeah, it would be nice if there was a plus minus button. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if eventually we could get a plus minus button. Why don't you email Texas Instruments and see what they say? I think they're in Texas.
You're good. Or maybe you should not take so much time.
Mercy.
Or I should use
You can't do it. You can't do this for.
Wait, Mr. Murphy?
Yes, ma'am.
Could you, can you scroll up a little bit on this?
How did I condense?
Yeah, how did you get the x squared plus 3x?
Remember, natural log is log base e. So if you have log base e of x plus log base e of x plus 3, when you condense it, it's log base e of x times x plus 3.
What?
Instead of writing log base e, we just write natural.
Why do you make fun of me? Like, is it like fun?
Yeah.
Do you have nothing better to do?
We don't have anything better.
I really don't. You know, my kids' birthdays are over now.
Like
Parties are over. Yeah.
Murphy, you know, like odds.
And evens, yes.
Oh my god.
Some guy tries to fight
Oh.
straight through the
Yay.
If you're lucky, I didn't give it all to you yesterday with all the exponents and this. And that's what I normally do.
I would cry.
No.
So I broke it into 2 days. So there.
Oh my gosh.
But a lot of these are so fast.
This week is
Excuse me.